Yo, what's up? Are you feeling lonely? Are you feeling blue? Do you feel the burnout? Because I do. And that's why I'm here today. I'm here to talk about the blues and burnout. I know there are different things, but I'm just kind of compressing them into one because I think that the blues lead to burnout and not the other way around. I think that everything starts in the mind and then it transfers to your body, to the physical reactions. But everything starts here because when you're pumped, when you're motivated, which is not the same as being disciplined, motivation is temporary, discipline's like a constant. But anyway, when you're motivated, burnout's very hard to find because like your mental state's very high. But once you come down and maybe you get like a couple weird things, because like at the end of the day, the blues are very ineffable. Like you don't really know what brings them to you. Like sometimes we do. Sometimes I'm feeling blue because for example, my case, a girl that I liked that we were dating, like she left, and I'm feeling the blues. Like it's not the only reason why I'm feeling blue right now, but I'm feeling the blues because of that. But then it's kind of like broader things, like that's one factor. But in reality, like explaining to someone why you have the blues, it's very complicated. However, explaining to someone why you're burnt out, it's easier because like you should usually there's like physical, um, yeah, physical. I forgot the fucking word. I don't even know the fucking word in Spanish, bro. There's physical. No, it's not reactions. Physical signals, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I don't remember. But anyway, so before I get into like my reasons, like or what I'm going through, like I wanted to talk about like why are these feelings so common today? Because I know I'm not the only one that feels this way. Like you know, for example, like I constantly feel like a fucking failure. Like, well, not constantly. That's actually a lie because I'm usually very high. But when I get like this, it just feels like a fucking storm coming down. You feel like it's just like I might be great, like on my, like on my shit, like usually, like going to the gym, working out, playing guitar, applying to jobs, going to work, going to school, seeing my friends, dating, like, you're usually like doing all of these things and you're feeling great. And then one day, out of nowhere, like you get like something bad and it kind of, like, I don't know, maybe you're late to work or maybe like someone sent you up or maybe like you just woke up or you didn't sleep quite right. And then it just kind of like, it's like inception. It starts from something very small that keeps growing and growing and growing. And at some point it just gets too big and now you have the blues. And if you don't stop it, then you might move on to depression. But like we're not gonna talk about that today. We're just talking about the blues. Now, why are these feelings so common? Well, I think that one, social media has a lot to do with it. And like this is not groundbreaking philosophy right here. Like I think that we can all agree that social media has a lot to do with it, but it's not like inherently Instagram's fault. Like sure they are kind of evil and they make the algorithm fuck with you, the same as the dating apps and Facebook and everything. But that's just to keep your attention. Like just because of the money. But in reality, I think that it has more to do with the fact that globalization has made everything more competitive. Now, that's good, yeah, because I feel like humans have gotten progressively like bigger, smarter, stronger, faster. They live longer. Like we're evolving right before our eyes. Like sure, some people are dumber, but that's just because like they're not taking advantage of all the things that are in front of us in today's society, right? Um, but we're evolving right in front of our eyes, and that just makes it hard. Like every time you go online, you see someone who's doing better than you, or at least appears to be doing better than you. And like I feel like that's the whole business scheme. Like that's the biggest pyramid scheme in the world. Like it's just a bunch of people pretending to be doing better than what they're actually are. Like they're just kind of faking it till they make it, or they're just living very out of their means. I mean, that's just, maybe that doesn't even have anything to do with that. I don't know why I said that, but like what I'm trying to get to is that like it's a constant like overstimulation of like this person's doing great, this person's doing great, this person, and it's not jealousy. It's just kind of like, fuck, bro, like what am I not doing right? You know, like why am I not moving forward? And you might be moving forward because honestly, like I'm where I wanted to be 2 months ago, but now that I'm here, I want more. And I think that's another factor. Like we're very ambitious nowadays. Like you're not satisfied with what you get because you know that there's more. There's always fucking more. And like that's the downfall of men. Like sure, like Mark Zuckerberg might be evil, but for real, I'm just like him. Probably if I was in his place, I would be fucking worse. I mean, not really, but like I'm just like him, and you're probably just like him too. It's just what it is. Like we're ambitious people. We want more. Like once we get something, like that's not good enough for us. Now we want something else. And that's also a big part of getting the blues. It's just like, you know, like you lose perception of how blessed you are, and you start wanting more because we're greedy, because we're ambitious, because we're hungry, and that's not a bad thing. But we need to fucking train our mind to not be so greedy, because it's not bad to be ambitious, it's not bad to be hungry, but it's bad to be greedy because greediness takes your happiness away. Ambition and hunger do not take your happiness away, they push you forward. So I think those are two big factors, and I think that like they together combine for the perfect cocktail of like feeling like you're not enough, and sometimes you don't even know why you feel like that. But it's a horrible feeling because if you don't face it, if you don't fix it, then you're kind of like done. You could even go as far as depression if you don't deal with the blues, the burnout. Then you might get depressed because like it just keeps, the snowball keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and you don't know how to stop it. So I just feel like it's something that we need to deal with. Now, on a personal level, I think that the way that I deal with these things, it doesn't mean that that's the way that you have to deal with those things. I just think that, you know, it's something that might help. I usually just do the same things that I always do. You know, like I don't mean like sitting with my phone on the bed, you know. I mean like playing the guitar, working out, listening to my music, watching a TV show, painting, reading. If I can go on a date, I'll go on a date, see my friends, you know, like try to just keep doing the things that you always do, even if you don't feel like it. But probably if you always do certain things, especially if they're like hobbies, they'll probably make you feel better, because the reason why you do those things is to feel better. So like it's kind of like contradictory or like counterintuitive that like whenever we're feeling sad, we stop doing the things that make us feel good. It's kind of like, that makes no sense. Why would you stop doing the things that make you feel good if you want to feel better? That's just how humans are. Now, particularly if I had one recommendation to stop feeling like this, it would be to work out. Especially like a high intensity workout, or like cardio, like running or running or swimming work. Like weights work, but I understand like weights aren't for everybody. But if you can go play basketball, or you can go for a run or for a swim, I feel like these kind of like high pace activities get your heart pumping. And sometimes I feel like all you need is for your heart to pump, for your lungs to breathe deeply, and then you can like feel a lot better. Other than that, I would suggest just eat clean food. Like don't eat shit. Don't go out and buy like ice cream, or at least not shitty ice cream, you know, like try to buy something as natural as possible. Drink a lot of water, see your friends, reach out to your friends. If you're feeling very blue, or if you're feeling very burnt out, it's okay to ask for time off. It's okay to not do anything. You know that I'm very like go, 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 go. But even David fucking Goggins has been through like some mental valleys where he's weak, you know, where he talks about in his book, You Can Hurt Me, which is right there, by the way. he talks about it like sometimes your mind gets the best of you and you have to like fight your own mind, and sometimes like it takes a while to knock your mind out, but like eventually if you keep at it every day, like you'll get over it. So that's another big factor. It's just like remember that the blues don't last forever unless you're not willing to do anything about them. The same that applies to anything in life. Like nothing lasts forever unless you don't do anything about it. Then it could probably last forever. Like you don't know. But I'm not willing to risk feeling like shit forever. Like that's not the kind of person I am. So yeah, so the next time that you're feeling blue, just try to keep living your life the usual way. But at the same time, like take care of yourself, rest, understand that like what you see online, what you hear, what like the data that you might see, like it's very adulterated, like it's very manipulated, like the content's created, like it's not organic. Like most people don't just talk to a camera like this, like they script and they edit and they change and they use AI and they use a bunch of things to make it a completely different thing than what they actually did the first time. So like I'm not saying that that's bad. All I'm saying is like unless it's a continuous take like this one, you cannot really trust anything online anymore. Because what's real? Like I could be an AI for all you know. Like I mean, why would you make an AI like this? But like I could be one for all you know. And that's scary to think about. Because we're being very manipulated and like the content that we get shown is like meant to create like this sense of like I'm not doing enough, I need to be more productive. And yeah, you can be more productive, but not because you should, but because you should want to. Not because someone else is telling you. Like you should be productive in the things that make you happy. Not about making more money. Like it depends on who you are. For me, making more money is like a big priority right now. Like I honestly feel right now like I'm a fucking constant failure, and that's why I wanted to make this video, because I know that that's not the case. I've lived like in 2 continents, in 3 countries. I'm 26. I already fell in love a bunch of times, like deeply in love as well. I've traveled, I've made money, I've had fun, I've been able to like experiment and like enjoy my youth. And now I feel like I'm in a place where I'm pushing, but at the same time it's very stressful because, for example, like I haven't worked like a real job in like 2 years or more, like 2 years and a half. And it's just very stressful because like at the end of the day I'm living from like savings and everything, but I live in Europe, and like even though it's cheaper than like let's say the US, like it's not as cheap as let's say Mexico, like and plus you have to go out, you have to socialize, you have to go on dates, you have to pay for those dates. Thankfully it's Europe and like you don't have to pay for all of the dates, but like you want to pay for them because, or at least I want to pay for them, but like it's a big deal for me right now, and I'm not even like a greedy person in that sense, like, but I just feel like I should have a lot more money at 26 than I do, or at least more disposable income, and that's making me feel very like sad about myself, because I know that I've been there before, and I also know that it's temporary, because right now I'm willing to mortgage my present to leverage my future. I'm doing my internships and I'm taking courses. I went back to school so I could like, like maybe, not maybe, so I could like be more prepared, and I could get like more skills, maybe get a better job to finance my projects, like something with more like work-life balance. I don't know, like I'm not regretting my decision to go back to school. Like I've been so fucking happy and I've learned so much and I'm excited about the future. But like that's the thing, like you can be excited and you can be like completely grateful that you live the way that you live, but you still always want more, and that's where the blues come in. So I think that every time that the blues come in, and every next time that you feel the blues, that you're feeling burnt out, let's try to think about all of the things that we do have and all of the experiences that we have lived and all of the things that we have that we can be grateful for. And I think that even though that might not be the straight up solution, it helps. And then do the things that you love, do things that make you happy. Don't stop doing the things that make you happy just because you're feeling sad, because that's not the way. And again, if you need help, reach out. Your friends love you, your family love you. If you don't have any friends or family, there's support groups out there. And like this goes for men and women, like it doesn't really matter your gender. Like your gender doesn't matter. It's about like being healthy and understanding that you're gonna be okay. You're always gonna be okay, and like you just need to keep doing your part, keep showing up, and eventually it will pass. But you gotta be honest with yourself, and you gotta let yourself rest and breathe. You know? So hopefully this video helped. Like I think it helped me a little bit understand. Like sometimes when I'm talking to you, I feel like I'm talking to myself. I mean, I'm actually talking to myself. But like the video is meant for some, it's meant to be watched by someone else, but like most of the time it's just me watching. But anyway, I hope you liked it. I'll see you next time. And like honestly, the blues are hard, but if you're getting the blues, you're probably like just needing maybe some care, maybe some time for yourself, maybe like there's always a reason that we go into the blues, and we might not know what it is. But once you take the time, it kind of always comes. Like the answer comes. Like, oh, maybe it was this, maybe it's this, maybe I need to do this or that. And then you can deal with it and move on. You know, like some things you just gotta tackle head on. And I'm not trying to be insensitive. Like I'm not talking about depression. I'm talking about burnout and the blues. I feel like depression's another beast, and I'm not gonna go into it because it's much more complex, and I don't have the technical skills to discuss that because I'm not a psychologist. And I've been depressed, but like what works for me might not necessarily work for you. Anyway, peace out.